And it's senior night here at Wausau's Fieldhouse in what's looking to be an exciting matchup between Wisconsin Valley Conference foes. Tonight's game is featuring the 10-9 Marshfield Tigers and the 5-11 Wausau's Lumberjacks. My name is Nathan Townsend, and alongside the entire Wausau's television production staff, we would like to welcome you to tonight's live streaming game and thank you for tuning in on WIAA.tv/Wausau. Well, it is senior night tonight, and both teams are coming to this game in very different situations. For the Wausau East Lumberjacks, Coach Teskey said that their team is sitting at 5-11, 3-6, and are probably shaping up to be a 6 or a 17 when the playoff seeds are determined, which is coming up soon here as the playoffs start in 2 weeks. When I talked to Coach Zeiker, he said that since his team is sitting about 10-9, is sitting at 10-9 overall and 6-4 in the conference, they're looking to be a 3 or a 4 seed. Probably leaning more towards a 3 seed tonight. So while tonight's game may not have a huge impact on seedings, it's definitely going to have a big impact on momentum as teams are trying to find the right swing as playoff time is approaching soon. For the Marshfield Tigers, they only have 2 games left before playoff time starts. So both teams are really gearing up for the playoffs. And it should be a really interesting matchup, especially considering the last time they met. The last time they met in Marshfield, the Lumberjacks looked like they had taken a commanding lead at halftime when they were up by 14. But a 31-point fourth quarter propelled the Marshfield Tigers to a 69-65 victory over the Lumberjacks. And when I talked to Coach Zeiker, he said that it was really a game that Marshfield was lucky to have been able to win just because of how well Wausau East played. Wausau East really came into the game playing one of their best games of the season. And so it'll be interesting to see if Wausau East will match up similarly tonight. But it is senior night, and that fact cannot be forgotten, especially in the intensity that Wausau East is probably going to be coming out here with. This is the last time for the senior boys that they are going to be coming out onto this court and playing a game here. As you can see, the Wausau East team is going to the locker room. So they are probably going to be coming out with a lot of emotion. There's you already see that the student section is beginning to grow here at Wausau East for the Lumberjacks. There's a lot of parents out here in the crowd, and on the Wausau East sideline at least, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty full night here. While that doesn't seem to be quite the case for the Marshfield Tigers. So definitely the intensity and the crowd could play a major factor in tonight's game. And when I talked to Coach Zeiker about the fact that he is having to deal with this being senior night, he said that his team is really going to have to match it in intensity. And they're going to have to come out and play really hard in order to match what Wausau East will be bringing tonight. And so, intensity aside, there's some basketball that's going to be playing tonight. And it really should be an interesting matchup. When I talked to Coach Zeiker, he really said that priority number 1, as you can see the Marshfield Tigers coming out onto the court, priority number 1 is going to be stopping Conrad Felton. Conrad Felton is Wausau's leading scorer and has really been the heart and soul of this Wausau's team. And a lot of times this team has done well or died based on how he has performed. So he'll definitely be a key factor and a key matchup problem for Marshfield Tigers. But another person that Coach Zeiker singled out that they would have to stop is Cole Nelson from the last game against the Marshfield Tigers. Cole Nelson really had a great game and was knocking down a lot of his shots. So I'll be interested to see if the matchup on Cole Nelson will allow him to have a really big game tonight, as he did in the last game against Marshfield. For Marshfield, their key players are, of course, their leading scorer, junior, and number 20, Lucas Zeiker. Lucas Zeiker is a really talented player. And Coach Teskey also mentioned Zeiger when he was talking about players that they would have to, that they would be hard pressed to match up against. So Zeiker is really going to be an important person to watch out for as far as someone who could really play a major impact in this game. Coach Zeiker also mentioned Luke Olson, the 6'1" senior, and also Alex Stregg, 6'3" junior. And in the last game, he had a really big game against the Lumberjacks. When I talked to Coach Teskey about how they would match up against the Marshfield Tigers, he said that in the first period, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to match up with them due to the size, because he is going with an all-senior lineup on senior night for the first quarter. So it'll be really interesting, because the senior class, while very hardworking and very good more on the defensive side of the ball, does not match up well as far as size against the Marshfield Tigers. So they're going to be hard pressed to stop them, and that's why he's leaning more towards a man. Probably they're going to be running man up defense during the first quarter, but then in the second quarter and beyond, as they get into the fullness of their roster, they're probably going to go back to the zone on which they've been playing much of their season with. He also, Coach Teskey also talked about number 22, Luke Olson, their lefty shooter, who is really going to be a key player and a key time to match up. So as the teams are getting ready for the Star Spangled Banner and ready for senior night, it should be a great matchup here at Wausau Fieldhouse, and we are excited to bring it live on WIA.tv.
Good evening and welcome to Wausau High School and tonight's Wisconsin Valley Conference boys basketball game, featuring the visiting Marshfield Tigers and your Wausau East Lumberjacks. Before introducing the starting lineups, I would like to make the following announcements. Restrooms and concessions are located in the main lobby. While the game is in progress, we ask that no one crosses the floor at either end of the court. The Wisconsin Valley Conference and Wausau High School encourage good sportsmanship at all athletic events. Promotion of good sportsmanship should include a demonstration of respect for opponents, coaches, spectators, and officials. We ask that you display only good sportsmanship while observing tonight's game. Thank you for your cooperation and respect for both teams. Now, would you please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And we are ready for some basketball here at Wausau Fieldhouse. Special thanks to our PA announcer. And here's the starting lineups. For the Marshfield Tigers, they are going to be running with number 1, junior Jeff Allison. Also, they're going to be going with the senior, number 5, Isaac Acola. We're also, of course, going to be going with their leading scorer, the 6'4" junior, number 20, Lucas Zeiker. They're also going to be going with Luke Olson, number 22, who's really one of their other great shooters on their team. Number 24, Alex Stregg rounds out the starting lineup for the Marshfield Tigers, and they are coached by head coach Bill Zeiker. for the Wausau Lumberjacks, it is senior night. So they are running with a full senior lineup here for the entirety of the first quarter, and they are going to be starting 5 seniors. The seniors that are going to be starting are number 2, Travis Walvogel, the 5'10" guard, and the senior, of course. Number 4, Cole Nelson, the 5'10" guard. The number 22, Justin Strom, the 6'4" forward. Conrad Felton, their leading scorer and really the heart and soul of this team, and number 24. Number 31, Brady Becker, rounds out the starting lineup for Wausau East at 5'11" and playing guard. The other seniors who you're going to be seeing a lot of here in the first quarter is going to be number 3, Jace Meyer, and also number 21, Adam Hermansky. So pay attention to them. And when I talked to Coach Teskey, pardon me, I forgot one of the most important members on this team, the manager, Joe LaViolet, who is really an integral part of this team in his encouragement of the team. But when I talked to Coach Teskey, he really said that one of the key players tonight is going to be Brady Becker. Even though he doesn't get a lot of playing time often, he's a really good defender. He's really smart, intelligent, and who is someone who they're going to be looking for to be a real defensive stopper tonight. He's also looking at Jace Meyer, who also doesn't get a lot of playing time, but tonight we'll be seeing quite a bit of action at senior night. So they're looking for him to step up. And of course they're looking for Felton, Strom, and Nelson to really lead this team as seniors and as their leading scorers. So the teams are set, the fans are ready, and we are ready for tonight's game.
Let's play some basketball.
So here we go. And again, on a defense look, it'll be interesting to see how they match up with man-to-man defense, and whether they're able to use this intensity to their advantage. Luke Zeiker and Justin Strom are doing the tip, and Wausau wins it with the tip going to Brady Becker. Nice job by Wausau. He's able to swing the ball around. And the pass by Nelson is errant, intended for Strom, but Strom went one way, the ball went the other. So Allison dribbles the ball up the court. Passes it over to number 5, Akola, excuse me, on that. So it looks like Allison's really going to be facilitating their offense tonight, so it'll be interesting how Cole matches up against him and how he's able to defend against him, as Allison has the ball and passes it over to Olsen. And he traveled. So Wausau will get the ball back. 7:15 to go here in the first period. Teams tied at 0 apiece. So Marshfield's playing a full court press, and hopefully Wausau will be able to use their intensity for senior night to be able to beat the press, as Becker does a nice job getting it to Nelson, and he passes it into Strom, and Strom puts it in for the layup, and the Lumberjacks strike first with 7 minutes to go in the first period. Allison passes it over to Olsen. Olsen, as a lefty shooter, is really going to be a key for the Marshfield Tigers, and him being able to be hot tonight and be able to drain some important baskets. As Akola puts up the shot, it's no good, rebounded by Strom for the Lumberjacks. Felton passes it over to Strom. Nice job by the Lumberjacks, able to pass it around, as they're really good at passing it around the outside. They just need to get it into the inside, as they do there. And nice job by Strom, able to finish up near the basket That's his second basket of the game as the Lumberjacks are up 4-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first period. And so it's a nice job by the Lumberjacks, able to get the ball down inside. That's something they've been struggling with all season. They're able to do a nice job getting the ball around the perimeter, but with their size, sometimes they struggle getting the ball down in the paint. As the pass goes all the way over to Alex Stregg. Nice job. And Allison's dribble goes astray off the foot of Nelson. So has nowhere to go with it. Passes it over to Zeiker. Zeiker shot it up and it's good. Nice job by Zeiker there. And Zeiker is really going to be someone. Is really going to be someone that the Lumberjacks have to look out for. And so it'll be interesting to see how they match up with him as the night progresses. But Conrad Felton has the ball, dribbles it over, and he is fouled, I believe.
Fouls on number 24, Alex Stregg. That's his first team in the game for Marshfield.
So there's a foul on number 24, Alex Stregg. And so Wausau's will inbound the ball. Cole passes it over to Conrad. Conrad flips it out to Becker. And so Wausau's is doing a nice job being able to move the ball on Marshfield as they get the ball nicely into Becker, but Becker is denied by number 23, Tanner Dennis Brown, a 6'2" senior for the Tigers. So a nice defensive stand by the Tigers as they're looking to put some more points and take the lead here in the early goings with about 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the opening period. As the shot is up, and it is no good. The shot by Olsen is rebounded by Strom, I believe. Nice job by the Lumberjacks, moving the ball around. As Conrad Felton drives down, puts a shot up, no good, rebounded by Dennis Brown. As they're looking to press it here. So Waldvogel is matching up in the man-to-man on Zeiker. And so he's going to have to really make sure that he's on him at all times and isn't letting him have any easy shots. Looks like Becker's on him right now. As there's a foul on Conrad Felton. So that's the first team foul, so both teams have one foul.
That's his first team in the game from East, number 21, Adam Urbanski.
So Becker comes out, and Urbanski comes in, and also Jace Meyer comes in for Waldvogel. So Strom is on Zeiker right now, and a nice job by Allison. Or excuse me, nice job by Dennis Brown, who's being a presence all over the court, rebounding and making a basket here as Marshfield Tigers take a 1-point lead here with 3 minutes to go in the opening period. Nice job getting the ball down to Strom, and Strom finishes near the basket. Strom has scored all 6 of the points for the Lumberjacks here in the first quarter. So Strom is really doing a nice job finishing up near the basket for the Lumberjacks as the Lumberjacks retake the lead here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the opening period. The shot is no good. The three-pointer by Luke Olsen hits the rim and goes out. Passes it over to Cole Nelson. Cole Nelson puts up the shot and is no good. Rebounded by Zeiker. And they're going to call a foul on number 21, Adam Urbanski, and that's his first foul and the second foul for the Lumberjacks. So it'll be important that the Lumberjacks can avoid foul trouble on any of their particularly key players, as Conrad Felton already has 1 foul, and now Adam Urbanski has another. So they're looking for AD Greg Harvey. Not entirely sure what's going on, but they'll figure it out. I think they are having a bit of a problem with the scoreboard operations, so they need an expert to come in, and that'll be out of bounds on Marshfield. And so the ball will go to Wausau East, as Adam Romanski will run the ball to Cole Nelson. Here, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first period. So while Marshfield was putting on a little bit of the press early on, they have since stopped doing that. As they gets it down to the Justin Strom. Justin Strom puts up the shot, and it's no good, but rebounded by Conrad Felton. And Conrad Felton's shot is not strong enough, not able to get it to go in. So Wausau's misses on an opportunity there and gives the Tigers an opportunity to take the lead here with under 2 minutes to go in the opening period. So they get it down, and number 14, Ostrick, puts up the shot, no good. Taken away by Meyer. Meyer gets over to Felton. Looking to pass it inside. They get it down to number 21 for the Lumberjacks. Adam Romanski, whose shot is no good, rebounded by the Tigers, as the Tigers are able to get something down. So and it's stolen. Almost stolen by Romanski there, and not able to come up with the ball, and it goes out of bounds, so it will be the Tigers' ball. There's been a couple shots near the rim for the Lumberjacks, and that's where they've been scoring, but that's also where they've been missing. They've had a couple easy opportunities that they haven't been able to convert on, 3 in the last 2 possessions, where they've had close shots near the basket and haven't been able to put the ball through the hoop. So he misses the shot. Zeiker misses the shot there. So Zeiker is able to get his own rebound and score there. As they get it down into Romanski, and Romanski is fouled. I think they're going to call the blocking foul on Schlepper. Or no, excuse me, on number 14, Matt Ostrike. So blocking foul on Ostrike will send number 21, Adam Romanski, to the line, as he'll be shooting 2, looking to regain the lead for the Lumberjacks with about a minute to go here in the first period. So Brady Becker is coming back to the game, replacing number 24, Conrad Felton. Shot is up, and it's good. So the Lumberjacks retake the lead with a minute to go as the Lumberjacks put on a full court press here. The Tigers are able to get in. As Zeiker dribbles out the court. He gets the ball over to Dennis Brown. Shot is up, and it is good. Shot by Luke Olson.
3-point basket by number 22, Luke Olson.
So the basket is good, but there was a foul away from the ball after the shot had been taken, so it will be Marshfield's ball. And an opportunity to capitalize on a Wausau's mistake here for the Tigers, as we've got about 45 seconds to go in the opening period. Olsen has the ball, looking to pass it, dribbles it down inside, and passes it out. It's stolen by the Lumberjacks. Waldvogel dribbles it up, is able to get the ball to Meyer, who passes it out to Strom. Strom zips it out to Waldvogel. Waldvogel's shot is no good, but a foul is going to be called on, I believe, Meyer there. So a nice steal by Meyer, I believe. But Wausau is not able to capitalize on Marshfield's error. So Marshfield is still up by 2 with about 20 seconds to go. Wausau is employing their full court press, which they have used quite effectively throughout the season. So Ostrike has the ball. Looking for someone to pass to, is able to get it to Olsen. Olsen puts up the 3, and it's good. And that will end the first period. The score, Wausau's 8, Marshfield Tigers 13. And so this has really been a game of the 3-ball for the Tigers. They've been able to knock down 3 threes, 2 by Olsen, 1 by Zeiker. And that's been the difference in this game. And I think a big story for Wausau East has been missed opportunities. They've missed quite a few opportunities near the rim, a few chances, such as most recently on that steal by Meyer, where the Lumberjacks are unable to convert on this opportunity there. So that'll end the first senior quarter for the Lumberjacks, and now they'll be going to really use the fullness of their roster, so it'll be interesting who he comes out with. I would probably expect him to try and play as many seniors as he can, but also looking at a lot of the young talent that Wausau has. And so he'll be looking at Dylan Hamlin, who's their big man. And it looks like Dylan Hamlin's going to be coming onto the court for the Lumberjacks, in addition to the 4 seniors. So it'll be Nelson, Cole Nelson, Conrad Felton, Travis Walvogel, Adam Romansky, and the 6'10" center, sophomore Dylan Hamlin. For the Marshfield Tigers, they're running with number 20, Lucas Zeiker, number 23, Tanner Dennis Brown, number 14, Matt Ostrike, number 22, Luke Olson, and number 5, Isaac Akala. So Ostrike is able to get the ball, gets it back, is able to facilitate their offense. It looks like the Lumberjacks are still going with the man defense. So it'll be interesting how long they keep this up and whether or not they decide to go back to the zone. As a nice job by Dennis Brown, able to get around the big 6'10" Hamlin. And so nice dribbling skills by Cole. Passes it out to Walvogel. Walvogel looking to get it. Gets it over to Nelson. Nelson dribbles down. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Dennis Brown. And puts up the shot, and it's good. That was, looked like it was Ostrike there. Yep. So the foul will be on Hermansky for the blocking, and the shot is good. So looking to make 3 points the hard way and put the Marshfield Tigers up by 10. And Marshfield is really coming out blazing, going 5-0 here in the first quarter. Oh, and the shot is good. So the Tigers are up by 10 with 7 minutes to go here in the second half. As Wausau East is looking to really be able to finish more towards the lane, be able to get some easy shots to fall. They're also going to need some three-point help, as Hermansky is falling backwards, looking for someone to pass it to, and is able to get it out to someone else, but it happens to be on the raw colored jersey. So there's a lob pass to Akala, but it's no good. Nice job by the Lumberjacks there, able to pick up the loose ball. So such a height advantage down in the paint as the shot is up, and it's good. A nice job by Conrad Felton, his first points of the game. And they're really going to need to get him going. But for the Lumberjacks, they really need to look to get the ball with such a height advantage for Dylan Hamlin. They need to look to get the ball down to him in the paint. As the Lumberjacks are moving towards a zone here, 2-3 zone. As the pass by Ostrike to Dennis Brown is errant. And the Lumberjacks are able to get the ball. And he is fouled by number 5, Travis Akala. Isaac Akala, excuse me.
That's his first.
So that's his first foul and the 13th foul. Marshfield is sitting at 3 team fouls, while Wausau East is sitting at 5 team fouls. So 5:43 remaining here in the second quarter, as Conrad Felton is able to get the ball from the pass by Cole Nelson. As Cole Nelson dribbles the ball inside, shoots it at the foul line, and the pass goes out of bounds.
In the game for the Tigers, number 1, Jeff Allison, number 21, and number 24, Alex Striggy.
So Allison is into the game, and also for the Marshfield Tigers, number 21, Caleb Alexander is into the game, a JV player who they've had to call up for the Tigers. So Ostrike looking to pass the ball, gets it out to Allison, and gets it to Streg. Allison puts up the shot from 3, and it's no good. Rebounded. Oh, almost rebounded by Hamlin, but it's stripped away by Dennis Brown, and Dennis Brown's shot is up and good.
Dennis Brown. Into the game for East, number 1, Bryce Taylor.
So Bryce Taylor comes to the game for the Lumberjacks, as Wausau East is breaking up some of the senior dominance that they've had since it is senior night here at Wausau East. So Taylor dribbles the ball out, passes it over to Felton, gets the ball to Cole Nelson, and the pass is stolen by Dennis Brown. And Ostrike is pushing the ball at the court, gets it over to Allison, who swings it down to the corner to Streg. And they get it, and they try and get it down to Dennis Brown, but a nice job by Strom, able to poke the ball away and get the ball to Cole Nelson. So the Lumberjacks are doing a nice job on defense. They just need to put up a few more points offensively. With them being down by 10 with about 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So a foul on Alexander will increase their team foul number up to 4. So Wausau East inbounds the ball. Taylor on the inbound there. Taylor has the ball. Over the corner pass over to Strom, who gets the ball to Felton. Passes around. Shot is no good. The shot by Cole Nelson. Cole's had some good shots, but he's needing to knock down a few more of those shots. Dennis Brown gets the ball over to Alexander, excuse me. And there's a travel. They're going to call a travel on Marshfield. So into the game for Marshfield is number 5, Isaac Akala, number 22, Luke Olson, and also number 20, Lucas Zeiker. Excuse me. So Cole Nelson dribbles the ball at the court for the Lumberjacks as Marshfield's looking at playing a man defense, as the pass is a little bit outside the reach of Widmark. And Marshfield pushed the ball at the court, but the shot by Olson is no good. And they're going to call a foul on number 5, Isaac Akala. That's his second foul and the 15th foul for the Marshfield Tigers. So Nelson dribbles the ball at the court. He's matched up against Matt Ostrike, the 6'2" junior for the Marshfield Tigers. And so he was trapped in the corner, but able to get it out to Strom, and Strom puts up the shot, and it's no good, but he was fouled hard by Luke Olson, who is
number 22, Luke Olson. That's his first.
Strom is a little bit slow to get up. I hope he's okay. Not getting any support from the medical staff. So he must be okay. The referee's making sure he's okay. And he'll be shooting 2, looking to cut Marshfield lead to 8 here with almost 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. And the first free throw is no good. So he'll get another opportunity here. Strom's second shot is up, and it's good. So 1 for 1 here on that try. And Marshfield is up by 9 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. So Wausee's gone back to playing man-to-man. Looking to match up better with a little bit less size advantage with Dylan Hamlin out of the game. And they're playing with Bryce Woodmark at center here. Now they go back to a zone defense. Shot is up by number 14, Matt Ostrike. So they are up by 11 with 2 minutes to go. That's their biggest lead of the night here. And so Taylor dribbles the ball baseline, passes it over to Felton, and Felton is hit hard, but no foul call. And Zeiker dribbles the ball up, puts the shot, and it's errant, but it's rebounded by number 5, Isaac Akala, and he is fouled. So he'll be looking to get 3 points the hard way here. So that'll be a foul on Bryce Woodmark, and that's his first foul of the night. So timeout for Wausau here at Wausau's Fieldhouse. Marshfield is leading 24-11 here with a minute 48 remaining in the second quarter. And I think it's important for Wausau that they are able to recover a little bit and steal some of the momentum away from Marshfield. And Marshfield has been getting a lot of momentum, a lot of good opportunities, but a lot of that's because Wausau has made a lot of critical misses, particularly around the paint. So they need to convert some more around the paint and make sure that they are taking advantage of opportunities when they're given to them, because a good team such as Marshfield isn't going to give them a lot of opportunities. So they need to make sure that they're taking advantage of what we want. And for Marshfield, they need to just, for the most part, just keep on doing what they're doing. As Akala shooting his shot for the three-point play, as the shot is good. So Akala comes out of the game, and into the game for the Tigers is number 1, Jeff Allison. So Marshfield's playing some full court press here. Minute 42 left to go here in the second period. As Lumberjacks are able to pass the ball, and it gets it to Connor Felton, whose shot is no good, but it's rebounded by the Lumberjacks. And they're going to call a jump ball possession. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Allison there.
It's his first. It's his 17.
So that means Wausau will be in the bonus here with 17 fouls for Marshfield. So the 1-on-1 here. Shot is no good. And it'll be Wausau's ball on the... No, they're going to call a foul on Strom there. So a buck 25 remaining in the second quarter. Marshfield is leading by 14, as it'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity for the Tigers here. So Tanner Dennis Brown at the free throw line puts up the shot, and it's good. So he'll get another one here. Looking to push the Marshfield lead to 16. The shot is up, and it's good. So Marshfield is up by 16, as Wausau has really been stymied in both quarters, but particularly here in the first quarter, when they've only been able to score 3 points so far in the second quarter, as compared to the Marshfield Tigers, who have been doing a good job of scoring. And Strom's shot is no good. Again, not able to capitalize in the paint. And so Allison has the ball, gets it over to Ostrike. Is able to get it out to the circle. 50 seconds to go here at Wausau's Fieldhouse, as Zeiker Pass the ball over to Olsen. Zeiker gets it back. Poked out of there by a nice defensive job by Wallvogel. Shot is up by Olsen, no good. Rebounded by Conrad Felton. 30 seconds remaining. Cole Nelson has the ball. Lumberjacks down by 16. Wallvogel pass over to Strom. Strom puts up the shot, and it's no good. In and out, rebounded by Allison. 20 seconds to go. Allison's looking to wait for the last shot. Timeout called by Marshfield coach. Looking to draw up a good play here with 14.6 seconds to go in the second quarter. Marshfield Tigers are leading by 16. And they're looking to set up a play here at Wausau's Fieldhouse in order to go into the locker room with a commanding lead so far. And really this second quarter drought by the Wausau East they have just not been able to put anything in the basket. They've scored 3 points, one of which came on a free throw. So they've only been able to score 2 points from the field, one shot. So Marshfield will get the ball. 14.6 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Zeiker is inbounding the ball. Gets the ball out to number 14, Matt Ostrike. 10 seconds to go. 9, 7, 6, 5. Olsen puts up the shot, and it's no good. 1-0, and it's good. So a nice job by Zeiker, able to score the last second basket and push the Marshfield Tigers up to a commanding 18-point lead here at Wausau's Fieldhouse. They're leading 29-11. So we have a halftime performance by the Wausau East dance team. So watch here on WIAA.tv/Wausau East for your girls high school dance team performance.
Okay, we're all going to throw at the same time. So if you got a little one running around and you have a beanbag getting ready, they can probably move up to the chairs or so. You're not a little one. Ready? All at the same time. 1, 2, 3, throw! The lucky winner, number 8, Bennett Gassner, $43.
So welcome back to Wausau Fieldhouse as the Marshfield Tigers have a commanding lead over the Lumberjacks at halftime. 29-11, an 18-point lead for the Tigers, and really what's been a story of a lack of offense by Wausau East and a glut of offense for the Tigers as they've been able to score, really just dominate the scoring in the second quarter in particular, as Wausau East was held to 3 points. One shot from the field they were able to make, and a free throw by the Lumberjacks. So not their best effort, and kind of a lackluster result here on senior night for the Lumberjacks, as they would dearly like to have their seniors go out with a win in their last home game at Wausau Fieldhouse. But it's really been a nice job by the Marshfield Tigers and able to do a lot of good defense around the paint, and a lot of missed opportunities for the Lumberjacks around the paint where they really haven't been able to convert. So Lumberjacks going into the second half are really looking to convert on opportunities around the basket. And for the Marshfield Tigers, they really just want to keep it on. Lucas Zeicher really had a really good game, and also Tanner Dennis Brown, along with Luke Olson, were really some key performers for the Marshfield Tigers in the second half. And as the Marshfield Tigers go onto the court, some keys for them to hold on to victory is really going to be to keep up the defensive pressure on the Lumberjacks, and also to be able to keep knocking down those long-range opportunities from the floor. They really haven't been able to get much going inside, but have been really effective from downtown, particularly in the first quarter. So nice job by Marshfield. And for the Wausau East Lumberjacks, their keys are really going to be to start scoring, start getting the ball through the hoop, which has been quite a struggle for the Lumberjacks, again, especially in the second quarter. But even in the first quarter, they only scored 8 points, which is not exactly what you're wanting from your team. And this game was really close at the end of one think Marshfield was only up by something like 5 points or around that, but they really just absolutely dominating in the second quarter. So the Lumberjacks come out into the court. They must be a little bit worried by the Marshfield Tigers. And Marshfield has almost literally punched them in the mouth. And so it'll be interesting to see how they respond. And this is a good test for the Lumberjacks and for the Tigers, both in different ways as they're preparing for tournament time. For Marshfield, looking to close out a game effectively. And for Wausau East, learning how to make sure that they play and keep their heads up even when down. But we have seen a situation like this before the last time these two teams played. But it was Wausau East that time around who held the advantage, the significant advantage at halftime. While this game is separated by 18 points, their last meeting, Wausau East was up by 14 points. And Marshfield came back to win that game by 5 with a 31-point fourth quarter effort. So as we're 30 seconds away from beginning the first half, Wausau East is looking to mimic Marshfield's success last time they played and hoping for an equally impressive comeback as we are about to get started here at Wausau East Fieldhouse for tonight's game. Again, thank you for tuning in on WIA.tv /Wausau East. So we're ready to get started. Coach are saying the last words. 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are ready for some more basketball here at Wausau East Fieldhouse. As the teams are getting ready for the tip, or excuse me.
Starting for East.
For East, they have number 4, Cole Nelson, number 11, Sean Wilson, number 31, Brady Becker, number 22, Justin Strom, number 24, Conrad Felton. For the Marshfield Tigers, they have number 1, Jeff Allison, number 5, Isaac Akela, number 20, Lucas Zeiker, number 23, Tanner Dennis Brown, and also number 22, Luke Olson. As the Lumberjacks coming out, driving the ball down, passes it out to Nelson. As Felton drives down, is able to put up the shot, but is fouled by, we're going to put it on number 23, Tanner Dennis Brown. That's his first foul of the night and the first team foul of the second half. So both teams have done a pretty good job of staying out of foul trouble. There was only 7 fouls apiece, team fouls for both teams. So a nice job by both teams staying out of foul trouble as Conrad Felton hits the first basket and hits the second. So for 2 for 2 on the night for Felton as Allison dribbles the ball at the court. Gets the ball over to Akela. And Dennis Brown gets it over to Allison. Nice passing job by the Marshfield Tigers as they're looking to get the ball in. And a nice defensive job by number 11 for the Lumberjacks, Sean Wilson. As the Lumberjacks are able to get the ball away, nice job by Cole Nelson. They're able to end up with the ball for the Lumberjacks. Cole Nelson drives the ball, swings it over to Strom. Gets it, and they get it to Felton. Felton passed over to Sean Wilson, but they're going to call a travel. Travel on Sean Wilson, so it will be Marshfield Tigers ball. Inbounding the ball will be number 23, Tanner Dennis Brown. And Allison dribbles the ball at the court. So a mental mistake by the Lumberjacks there, and kind of a one you definitely don't want to be making. As Zeiker hits the shot. Impressive three-pointer for Zeiker there. As Marshfield regains their 19, or increases their lead to 19, their largest lead of the game. As Olsen is Zeiker is able to steal the ball away, but he misses the shot, but it's rebounded by Dennis Brown, and he is fouled by Strom.
Fouls on number 22, Justin Strom.
That's his second foul of the game and the first team foul for the Lumberjacks in the half. So a timeout by the Lumberjacks as they are facing a 19-point deficit that could be as much as 21 points, pending 2 free throws by Dennis Brown for the Lumberjacks. They're really going to have to focus on converting opportunities and making sure that they take care of the ball there. They've had 2 turnovers here in the second quarter. The travel call on Sean Wilson, and then the turnover just then for the Lumberjacks. And so they're going to have to make sure that they take care of the ball because time is certainly not their friend, even though there is still 6 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third period. With the gigantic lead that Marshfield has, if they're going to start a comeback, they need to start it now. Now it's looking like it's starting to be now or never, especially as far as momentum goes. Marshfield is really taking the crowd out of it, and while there's a big crowd for Wausau East, they're really not doing a lot. As the ball goes in to number 22, Olsen, and a foul on the Lumberjacks. Fouls on Sean Wilson, that's his first foul. The second team foul. So Olsen puts up the first one and it's good. So 5 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the third period as the second shot is up and good as the Tigers take a 21-point lead in the third quarter. So Nelson dribbles the ball in, passes over to Becker, who swings it over to Strom. And Felton looking to pass it in, gets over to Strom. Strom dribbles down, pass over to Nelson. Nelson shot is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Dennis Brown for the Tigers. So Allison dribbles down, passes over to Dennis Brown, who is blocked by Sean Wilson, but they're going to call him on the foul. That is his second foul of the night, second foul of the second quarter, and third team foul as Dennis Brown is able to hit his free throw. And that's been something that's been a really key strength for the Marshfield Tigers. They've been able to knock down the majority of their free throws, and they've had done a really good job there. As Cole Nelson dribbles up the ball, playing against Allison. Nice job by Nelson, able to get the ball past half court. Conrad Felton drills the ball in, looks to pass it, passes it out to Meyer, gets the ball to Nelson. Puts up the shot, Felton is able to convert on the three-pointer. And so in that one shot, Conrad Felton equaled the entire production of the Wausau East Lumberjacks during the second quarter. And with 5 points, the Lumberjacks have scored more points here in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go than they did in the entirety of the second quarter. As Conrad Felton is able to make the shot and is fouled. I believe they're going to call the foul on number 23, Dennis Brown. So a nice job off the air ball by Marshfield, able to get the ball back and makes the shot, and was going for 3 points the hard way as he has an opportunity to cut the Marshfield lead down to 17. And it's good. So Lumberjacks are only down by 17, which for them and recently is pretty good, as they have been able to score by Conrad Felton 2 3-pointers two different ways, 3 points the easy way and 3 points the hard way. So Aker puts up the shot, and it is no good, but it's rebounded by Dennis Brown, who's able to get the shot to go. So Adam Romanski tries to push the ball at the court, looking to pass it over to Strom. And Meyer is able to drive down the baseline, is able to put up the shot. Or excuse me, Wallvogel on that one. Pardon me. So Wallvogel matched up against Allison. So Olsen does a little pass over to Aker. Aker puts up the shot, and it is no good off the rim. And the Lumberjacks are able to get the rebound. Only down by 17 here in the third quarter. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Puts up the shot, and it's good. Conrad Felton puts up the three-pointer for the Lumberjacks. So the Lumberjacks have cut the Marshfield lead down to 14 with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So Olsen has the ball, and now the crowd is starting to get back into it a little bit. The crowd, which has been largely silent throughout the game, is starting to get back in the game as Aker has the ball at the top of the key, passes it over to Olsen. Olsen looking to pass it down low, gets it over to Aker. Pass it out to Olsen, but they're going to call a foul on Aker. Zeiker, excuse me on that. My bad. Zeiker. So Dylan Hamlin is coming to the game for Justin Strom.
Number 24, Alex Streggy. Number 21, Caleb Alexander. Number 14, Matt Ostrike.
So Streggy, Olstrike, and also Akala coming to the game for the Marshfield Tigers as Zeiker, Olsen, and Allison come out of the game. As Meyer passes the ball over to Conrad Felton. Conrad Felton drives in, looking to pass it out, gets it out to Meyer, or Wallvogel. And Romanski has the ball. Nice passing job. As Meyer puts up the shot, and it's good! Jace Meyer is able to get the shot to go. A senior for the Lumberjacks on senior night here, able to come up with the big three as he puts the Lumberjacks only down by 11 with 2 minutes to go in the third period. So the Lumberjacks are making a little bit of a run. They were down by as many as 23, but they're now down only by 11. As the foul will go on number 2, Travis Wallvogel. That's his first foul, fourth team foul with 1:52 remaining here in the third quarter. Inbounding the ball will be number 14, Matt Ostrike. Ostrike gets the ball to Dennis Brown, who's able to make the easy layup there, extending the Marshfield lead to 13 points. Wallvogel looking to drive. Pass it out to Romanski. Romanski's shot is up, and it's good! And the Lumberjacks are making it rain here at Wausau East Fieldhouse. As while they were they were totally stopped in the second quarter, they have now become unstoppable here in the later portion of this third quarter, as the Lumberjacks cut the Marshfield lead down to 10. As number 24, Alex Stregg, is looking to pass it, is able to get it out to Dennis Brown. And Ostrike has the ball, gets it down to Stregg. Gets out to Ostrike. Ostrike puts up the three, and it's no good. Rebounded by number 21, Adam Romanski. Adam Romanski is looking to push the ball at the court. Slows it down a little bit. Passes it over to Wallvogel. Wallvogel puts up the shot, and it's good. Able to get the roll there. And the Lumberjacks cut the Marshfield lead to single digits with 8 minutes, and they certainly have all the momentum right now. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Lumberjacks down by 8, 40-32. With 25 seconds to go here. Gets it out to Ostrike. Ostrike looking to dribble out third quarter here. So Dennis Brown dribbles it down and is fouled by Hamlin, I believe they're going to call it, with 6 minutes and a half to go here.
Fouls on number 2, Travis Waldvogel.
So the foul's on Waldvogel, excuse me, on that.
15. At the line, 23, Tanner Dennis Brown, shoot 2.
So Dennis Brown will be looking to move the Marshfield lead back up to double digits with 6.5 seconds remaining. And the shot is good, able to get the roll there. Nice job by Dennis Brown. Second shot is good, nice job on the roll there. 6 seconds left. Hermansky has the ball. Almost loses it, passed over to Waldvogel, and the shot is no good. So Lumberjacks will go into the fourth quarter down only by 10. With Marshfield Tigers 42, the Wausau Lumberjacks 32. So Lumberjacks are down by 10. 8 minutes to go here in the game at senior night, the last home game for these seniors who have played a lot of time together here on this court, a lot of practices, a lot of hard sweat and blood put out on this court here, and they are starting to get back into this game. At one point in time, Lumberjacks were down by 23, and they have cut the lead by 13 points to 10. And they are starting to get the crowd back into it. Crowd is excited. I'm excited as we have a ball game on our hands here. And if you're Marshfield right about now, you need to be thinking that you still got a 10-point lead here. And we just got to chill, calm down, and just be ready for this onslaught of emotion that's going to come out for these seniors, as Coach Chesky is going with an all-senior lineup here to start the fourth quarter. It's going to be number 21, Adam Hermansky. Number 4, Cole Nelson. Number 24, Conrad Felton. Number 3, Jace Meyer. And number 22, Justin Strong. So Marshfield will get the ball. They're running with number 14, Matt Ostreich. Number 1, Jeff Allison. Number 22, Luke Olson. Number 20, Lucas Zeiker. And number 23, Tanner Dennis Brown. And Tanner Dennis Brown has really had a great game for the Tigers, as Zeiker is able to get the roll there. But Dennis Brown has really done a nice job trying to maintain the Marshfield lead here in the second half. Get the ball down low in the Strom, pass out to Myers, flips around, and they will start all over. Hermansky has the ball, pass over to Jace Meyer. Jace Meyer's shot is no good. Rebounded by Conrad Felton, whose shot is no good, not able to make the layup there, and it's rebounded by Allison. So the Tigers have the ball. Ostreich has it in the corner. Passes out to Ostreich. Or Zeiker, excuse me on that. Shot is no good. Rebounded by number 21, Hermansky. Passed out to Strom. Strom puts it up, and it's no good. Rebounded by number 24, Conrad Felton. And they're able to make the shot there and push the Marshfield Tigers lead back only to 10. 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Senior night here at Wausau's Fieldhouse. As Dennis Brown looks to put up the shot, passes it out to Luke Olson. Luke Olson dribbles down low, passes it out to Dennis Brown. Looking for someone to pass it to, flips it out to Olson. Ostreich passes it over to Zeiker. Gets it down inside to Olson. Olson puts up the shot and will be fouled by Conrad Felton. That'll be his second foul of the night. 16th foul.
Fouls on number 24, Conrad Felton. That's his second. 16 at the line of 22. Luke Olson will shoot 2.
So he'll be shooting 2, and the Tigers will be in the penalty from now on in the night, as the first shot is good. Again, Tigers have really been on fire from the charity strike. Have really done a nice job converting on their opportunities there, and the second shot is good.
Back in the game for Marshfield, number 5, Isaac Akala has replaced Olsen.
So Isaac Akala comes into the game to replace Olsen, as the Tigers lead by 12 with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the fourth period. As Felton goes the ball, sets the screen, and he's able to get the ball down low, puts up the shot, but is fouled by Dennis Brown. And Dennis Brown cannot believe the call. That's his third foul of the night. And he's got to be careful to make sure he doesn't go out, because he's really been a key factor for the Tigers here in the second half. 6 minutes to go. Conrad Felton is looking to put the Lumberjacks down only by 10. And Travis Walvogel comes back in the game for Meyer. So Teske is running with a full, Coach Teske is running with a full senior lineup here on senior night, but Felton's second shot is no good. So Lumberjacks are down by 11 with 5 minutes and 55 seconds to go here. And it is stolen, almost stolen by the Lumberjacks. And they're not able to get it, and it is stolen by Cole Nelson. And Cole Nelson, able to slow things down. Pass over to Strom, gets it to Felton. Nice job defensively by the Lumberjacks as Felton drives down, puts up the shot. It is no good. Very short. I think it must have been blocked there. As they get it down to Dennis Brown, and Dennis Brown is fouled and makes the shot. So he'll be going for 3 the hard way.
Fouls on number 2, Travis Walvogel. That's his third. 17.
As he's looking to extend the Marshfield lead to 14 points. And so 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Time left, but not a ton of it. And the Lumberjacks need to start getting urgent about making a run here, as they did in the later part of the first quarter when they eliminated a 13-point deficit and brought the deficit only to 10. And Hermansky is able to score 2 points here and cut the Marshfield lead to 11. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, as they're going to call over and back on Marshfield. And Marshfield is not happy at all with that call. So Hermansky will stay into the game. Gets the pass from Cole Nelson. So 5 minutes, Marshfield Tigers by 12 points. As the ball is stolen by Marshfield, poked out of there. And possession will remain with East, since possession error is going towards East. So again, Marshfield leads by 12, 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go. As Cole Nelson puts up the shot, and it's no good, rebounded by Dennis Brown. And Dennis Brown is really having a great game with 10 rebounds for the Tigers. As a nice steal by Walvogel. Walvogel pushes it up the court, drives down to the lane, and puts up the backward shot that is not able to go. The crowd wants a foul. They're not going to get it, and ball is out of bounds. It'll be Lumberjack ball on the inbound. Down by 12, 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. And Brady Becker comes into the game for the Lumberjacks. And so the Tigers call a timeout here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds, 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Marshfield Tigers up by 12 with the Lumberjacks, who have come back from a 23-point deficit at halftime to only be a 12-point deficit, and the crowd's starting to get into it. And Lumberjacks really just need to start making some more of their baskets. They've had some opportunities where they've been down in close and have not been able to convert some three-point opportunities. And they've really got to start making some rebounds. Dennis Brown has really been a monster there down at the point with 10 rebounds for the Tigers. And they need to start getting some more second chance opportunities if they're going to come back in this game. And if you're Coach Teske right now, you really got to be happy with the way that you boys are fighting. And And also, if you're Coach Zeicher, you've got to be happy with the way, for the most part, your boys are playing. They just need to clean up a few things on defense and make sure that they keep the intensity up. So still all senior lineup for the Lumberjacks with Brady Becker, Travis Walvogel, Cole Nelson, Conrad Felton, and Justin Strom in there for the Lumberjacks. Running with the seniors on senior night as Cole Nelson gets the ball in the backcourt with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Passes it into Strom. Strom is able to put the shot and will get fouls and will go into the line to get 3 points the hard way. So looking to cut down the Marshfield lead to single digits to 9 points, pending on the completion of the three-point play. The shot is up, and it's good. So Alex Stregg comes back into the game for Marshfield as Dennis Brown takes a well-deserved breather. The 6'2" senior really had a monster game for the Lumberjacks. And so Stregg, pass over Zeicher, gets the ball over half-court line. And the pass is Aaron. It's out of bounds. Out of bounds on foul. Foul on Brady Becker. So that's his first foul of the night, the team's 8th foul. It'll be 1-1 for number 22, Luke Olson. And the Marshfield Tigers have really been on fire from the charity strike. I've done a nice job. Shot is up, and it's good. And that's a really going to be an important factor in the Tigers attempting to maintain this now 10-point lead and possibly 11 upon the completion of this free throw. And the shot is up and good. So Tigers are up by 11 points. 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Walvogel has the ball at the top of the key, passes it over to Brady Becker, who gets it over to Strom in the corner. Strom looking to pass it, gets it out to Cole Nelson. 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining here. Lumberjacks down by 11. They need to start shooting the ball and crashing for some rebounds. Strom pass over Walvogel. Looking to dribble it down and puts up the floater and gets it to go. Nice floater by Walvogel, who's able to cut the Marshfield lead to 9 points, 42-51. As they get the ball over to Akala, who gets the ball in. So nice job by Akala. As Walvogel has the ball at the top. Dribbles it down. Passed over to Strom, and Strom's shot is up and good. And number 3, Jason Meyer comes into the game for East. Timeout is called by the Wausau East Lumberjacks. So Adam Hermansky will come back into the game for the Lumberjacks after we get out of this timeout. And the Lumberjacks have cut down the Marshfield lead to 9 points here. And so they've been starting to slowly cut down on their lead. At one point in this fourth period, it was up to 14. At the beginning of the second half, they had the lead all the way up to 23 at one point, was their biggest lead of the night. And so now the Lumberjacks have cut down their lead to 9 with 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. But right now, it's starting to look like a matter of time and whether or not Marshfield is going to be able to convert the free throws and baskets that they need to make, and whether the Lumberjacks rally will come up a little too late. And so again, 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lumberjacks down by 9. Marshfield will be inbounding the ball after the basket. So Wausau has moved to playing a full court press here. As time has gone down, Allison has the ball. Passes it over to Zeiker. Zeiker gets it over to Allison. Allison dribbles it down and passes it over to number 24, Alex Stragan. Number 24 for the Lumberjacks, Conrad Felton, tried to intercept it, but that'll go out of bounds. And Allison will down the ball, passes it over to Zeiker. Zeiker gets it over to Akala. He dribbles down. Top of the key. Dribbles it. Pass over to Allison. 22 minutes and 30 seconds as Allison goes up to the shot, and he makes the shot, but they're going to call a blocking foul on the Lumberjacks.
Fouls on number 24. Conrad Felton. It's his third.
So he'll be shooting.
19 at the line.
He'll be shooting one for the three-point play. And Cole Nelson comes in the game for Travis Wallvogel. So Allison is looking to increase the Marshfield lead to 12 with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go. And Wausau is going to have to start making some shots here very soon and start playing some defense as well, as Allison's shot is no good from the free throw line. Romanski drills the ball, puts up the shot, and it's no good. Rebounded by Allison. Ostrick gets the ball over to number 20. Zeiker, who's able to get the ball in there. And Marshfield is up by 13 points here with 1 minute 52 seconds remaining here. And Lumberjacks have got to start hurrying up their offense. As they pass it down to Conrad Felton. Gets over to Romanski. Romanski puts up the shot. No good. Foul on the ground.
Fouls on number 5.
Fouls on number 5.
That's his third.
Isaac Akala. And that'll be Conrad Felton going to the line for the one-on-one opportunity. Oh no. After this, the Lumberjacks will be in the bonus. Nelson trying to find someone, pass over to Meyer. Nelson has the ball, dribbles it down, pass over to Strom, but the pass is intercepted by the Tigers. Minute 25 remaining here at Wausau's Fieldhouse. Lumberjacks are down by 13 as the shot is good by Zeiker. So the Tigers are up by 15 with 1 minute 10 remaining here. As the Lumberjacks rally needs to get going a little bit faster as Nelson's shot is no good. 1 minute remaining here. And Conrad fouls Allison.
Fouls on number 24, Conrad Felton. That's his fourth. It's a 10th team.
So double bonus for the Tigers. So he'll be shooting 2. First shot is up and good.
Back in the game for the East, number 31, Brady Becker.
So Brady Becker comes back into the game for Cole Nelson. Minute remaining. And Allison's second shot is up. And it's good. So it looks like the Tigers will hold on, but as they're up by 17 with 59 seconds remaining. So they didn't get the clock running. So they're going to put 55.0 seconds up there. Wausau is down by 17 points here with 50 seconds, and they got to start putting up some shots. Brady Becker's shot is no good. Rebounded by Strom, whose shot is no good, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Marshfield's ball. So 40 seconds left. Marshfield up by 17, and this game is starting to look pretty over. Wausau's really had a good rally there, and a nice job by the Lumberjacks there. As they trap Strag in the corner, they're going to call a foul on number 2, Travis Wallvogel. but their rally looks like it's going to come up a little bit short with 31 seconds remaining. And the Lumberjacks down by 17, potentially 19. But the game, I think will go down as a lot closer than the score says it is. Really a nice job by the Lumberjacks, able to come back from a 23-point deficit to cut the deficit to at one point as low as 8 points. But in the end, it was a little bit too little and just not enough time for the Lumberjacks to rally the troops and be able to overcome such a devastating halftime. At halftime, they were down by 18. And at the end of the third quarter, they were able to put together a little bit run. 8 seconds to go, 7 seconds. This will be the last shot here at Wausau's Fieldhouse for these seniors. Brady Becker puts up the shot, and it's no good. But a nice game by the Lumberjacks on senior night, and a nice way for the seniors to go out. You know, they really fought hard, and a nice job by the Marshfield Tigers. They really played excellent basketball, particularly in the time when it mattered, in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. In the second quarter, they really just put it on the Lumberjacks, and their defensive efforts stymied the Lumberjacks and only scoring 3 points. A total that was quickly eclipsed by the Lumberjacks in the third quarter. But in the end, the rally just started a little bit too late for the Lumberjacks. So final score here at Wausau's Fieldhouse, Marshfield Tigers 63, Wausau's Lumberjacks 44 in what is the final game for these seniors here at Wausau's. And a tough way to go out, but a game that they should be very proud of the way they played. For Marshfield, this will move them to 11-9 overall, 7-4 in the conference, while this will drop Wausau's to 5-12 and 3-7 in the conference. And for Wausau East, the next game that they play is against Rice Lake this Saturday, actually. They play tomorrow in an afternoon game over there in Rice Lake. And for Coach Zeiker's team, the Marshfield Tiger, they'll be playing the Lacrosse Logan on Tuesday. And they'll finish up their season at home against Rapids on Thursday. And so as we get set for playoff time here in 2 weeks, the playoffs are almost here for boys basketball. Wausau East, again, as I said at the start of our production, I was looking somewhere between a 6 or 7 seed, while Marshfield's is looking somewhere between a 3 and a 4 seed. So while this game really won't have a ton of impact as far as playoff seeding, it will impact both teams as momentum is starting to try and be built up by both teams as they head into the playoffs. So for us, our next game will be Tuesday, as a girls basketball game is set to take place here at Wausau's Fieldhouse. For our Wausau's production staff, we had Natalie Schuster on camera 1, Amanda Lancaster on camera 2, and Haley Nelson on camera 3. Our associate producer was Tyler Danhouse. Our producer and director was Kurt Hornby. We'd also like to give a special thanks to Greg Harvey, our athletic director, and our principal, Dr. Brad Peck. My name is Nathan Townsend, and for all of us here at Wausau's Television Productions, thank you for tuning in, and catch us next time here at WETV.